Welcome back, everyone. It is Michael here with Offshore Citizen, and it is exciting to be here. On the last video that I did, I asked people where I am, and so I am recording a second video immediately to discuss where I am. So hopefully some of you guessed it. We will see what came out in the comments. But the answer is I am in Lake Tahoe, which is super beautiful, super overpriced. Very overpriced for real estate. I had somebody I was meeting with who was talking about a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square foot apartment, a nice location, nice building, etc. But guess how much that cost? I thought to myself, okay, let's do some mental math. If it was $2,000 a square foot, that would be, really high. That would be 2.4 million. He had said beforehand, whatever you think, blow your ideas out. Another person who was sitting there with me said, maybe like 1.2 million. I was like, no, at least double that. So he said, no, higher. So 4 million, $7.5 million. So very, very ridiculous how expensive it is to have places here. I have not been to Lake Tahoe since 2009, so it's been quite a while since I've been here, but it's very beautiful, very, very worth coming and checking out. The quality of the water is amazing. It is, a little chilly this time of year. So, probably don't want to go swimming, but you can perhaps see there's people out paddleboarding and jet skiing and things like this. And it's just a really, really beautiful part of the world. So you can ask the question, why is Michael in Lake Tahoe? And the answer is we are up here because I've been buying businesses in this part of the world, and we're continuing to do more of that. And so we are exploring what the opportunities are and meeting people and doing due diligence and things like that. So yeah, I'm excited about the opportunities we have here. So this comes to a topic that I figured would be great for us to discuss today. And it's something I've touched on a little bit in some previous videos and stands sort of in contrast to the comment that I made last video, but on the other hand, also fits in a little bit with kind of evaluating the trends and the opportunities that are coming out. So what is this topic? Well, before we get into it, hit the subscribe button, hit the all notification bell. If you are new here, I'm Michael. Pleasure to meet you. I thank you for being here very much. We really appreciate the support of the channel. And if you're interested, we are some of the foremost international tax experts and relocation specialists. So we help people who are interested in going to other countries in paying the lowest legal amount of tax possible, optimizing their global banking, their assets, their teams, hiring in different countries, etc. So if any of those things are interesting to you, you can reach out to me. Please book a call, calendly.com/Michael-Rosmer, or send a message through offshorecitizen.net. Now, so here's the topic. The topic is where there's opportunity and finding opportunity. So one of the reasons why I'm here in particular is because there is this thing going on, which I talk about, called the Great Migration. And what is the Great Migration about? The Great Migration is really about when people are freed up to operate from different places, they are more likely to go to places where they feel like they can take advantage of broader opportunities. They're no longer restricted the way they were historically. So historically, why were people where they were? Typically 3 reasons. 1, they were born there. 2, they went to school there. 3, they were working there. People were probably still going to stay to some extent where they were born. That's a significant factor. And there's going to be some people who are certainly going to go to school or work in some places, but increasingly where you work or where you earn your money and where you physically live or physically located don't need to be the same place. And so where we are close to right now, and why I'm kind of in this area, is we're near Reno. And what is important about Reno? Reno is basically just across the border from California. California has high state taxes. Nevada, where Reno is based, has no state taxes. And as a result, there's Amazon, there's Walmart, there's Tesla, there's a bunch of other big entities, Chewy, the dog products company, etc., set up in this part of the world to take advantage of that. And because of that, there's just a lot of opportunities here. Now, here's the thing. Upside always trumps downside. Okay, what do I mean by this? You can never save yourself to being rich. You can never save enough money. I used to back in the day, be very frugal and pay a lot of attention to every little expense and optimizing across different variables or whatever. That's worth doing, right? You don't want to be wasteful. But the reality is that you cannot end up with more than you're earning. And so there's a lot to be said for going to the places where there are great opportunities. And sometimes that means that the great opportunity is the great opportunity even after you've paid high taxes. So I'm here in the US, in a place where a lot of people would say, this is not the place to come because, oh my gosh, all these horrible things about the government and taxes, blah, 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 blah. And there's some truth to that, but it's also counterbalanced by the opportunities, the dynamism within the local economy, the people, etc. And because of that, I think it's really worth noting that as you're choosing a place to go, you should choose a place where there are opportunities, networking, people you're gonna be able to be around who are beneficial to you, etc. And it's worth considering that part of what will drive that will be this trend of the Great Migration, right? There are certain places that, for weather reasons, for safety reasons, for geographic reasons, for freedom reasons, for cost of living reasons, etc., people are going to relocate to. And as they relocate there, and as businesses relocate there, that's going to boost the local economy, and that's going to create all kinds of different opportunities that you could benefit from. People can benefit from a job standpoint, for sure, but they can benefit from investing. You know, you could buy real estate, you could whatever. I'm not buying real estate here. That's not part of the plan. Not very bullish on the property markets in terms of producing kind of above expectation returns that are within kind of what I'm targeting. But there are lots of opportunities here, and there's lots of opportunities in a bunch of places. So I think that's worth thinking about. And I think that the types of people who often come and talk to me maybe underemphasize that side of it. Now, yes, there's quality of life. That's another one. That's another vector to optimize on, for sure. Quality of life, cost savings, tax savings, etc. But also opportunity. What is the opportunity? Who are you surrounded by? And one of the things I think a lot about today is, where are the builders going? Where are the people who are innovating, who are driving change, etc.? This was one of the reasons why I think Portugal has been quite interesting, is a lot of people who were doing cool stuff were going to Portugal. And CEO of a company that I do some stuff with, back maybe 2 years ago, he and I were in Lisbon, and we were talking, and they were setting up some office there, and he said, well, you know, this is where you have the kind of hippies and drug users and stuff like this, so we need to be set up here because this will be kind of cool and trend leading, etc. Now, Portugal has most recently made some changes, or said they're making some changes, that make them a little less attractive than they maybe were in the past. But that being said, you just have to kind of be aware, like, where are these things taking place? Where are the people who are building stuff going? Where are the innovators going? Use them as an indicator. Right now, like I said, I happen to be here. Previously, I was talking to people quite a bit when Austin started to become hot. That was not in the weather term, but basically, I just saw a lot of people who were kind of fed up with Silicon Valley relocating to Austin, and that becoming kind of a cool hub where things were happening. You had builders, etc. If you think about one of the reasons that I'm in UAE, I like UAE a lot. There's lots to appreciate about it. But one of the things is a lot of investors are coming there, a lot of people who are interested in advancing life and doing cool things. Now, they still have a lot to do to build that ecosystem up in terms of getting staff, etc. I've talked about this in some recent videos on the price of real estate there. The cost of living is too high for certain types of people, and so that works against them. And so that's part of the calculus, right? You should say, well, hang on, when I think about this calculus, where are the places to go? And so I'd love to hear from you guys. Where are the places that you see that there's opportunity? And I'd like to get some specifics on this, which is, what types of opportunities do you see there? Is it maybe real estate is opening up? I was in Sardinia this summer, and I was mentioning I was very excited about some of the things going on there. Is it that there's business opportunities there? Is it that people are going to be flooding in for whatever reason? What continents, what countries, what cities? I would love to hear from you. So anyway, I will leave it at that. I will share with you some of mine in a future video, and we will see you on the next video.